I was discussing with someone, and the person was saying that she once wanted to come up with a documentary, and she went towards that area. When she got to the lab, they were in the economics lab, and she was about commending the teachers that they were doing a nice job, and the children were present. Before she could even say that, the teacher said that these children are here because they've been held down. That if they finish this practical, you won't see any of them. I thought it was a joke until I learned that nobody was in school yesterday, in the community school over there. What are we going to say about that? And parents are there. Just like my mommy said, she said that, okay, they are owing debt and they're using the girl child as a means of exchange. When they are saying these things, it seems like it's olden days thing, but it's still happening. Because the man is
Eukeria, you're always in the field. Why is this so? Why is these things happening?
You know, the level of poverty is so much, especially in these hard-to-reach communities. Mm-hmm. You know, when we talk about this development, developments do solve certain issues. When you go to these riverine areas, no same person will park his property. Somebody that is working in Oka, nobody working in Oka or Onitsha or wherever will park his property and go down to that place to live. You know, just taking the decision that he will be shuttling from that place to Oka every day. It's impossible. So what they normally do is, wherever there is development, especially once there is road, accessible road, people tend to move into that community and fly from there to their places of work, bringing development to that community. And once 1, 2, up to 10 people start living there, business will start thriving. People will open up shops and start making money from that business, from the people that are moving into their community.
All right, I think you have to hold it there, you know.
Okay, no, I just want to say, those communities where there are nobody there, the girl child will not be exposed, parents will not have money, and the only thing they want to do is to give out that girl child for marriage to make money.
All right, we'll come back to talk more on that. The program is still Good Morning Anambra. Is International Day for the Girl Child, and we're here talking about girls' vision for the future. Do they really have the vision? Do they really have a future? And we'll take a short break to feel the pulse of the masses. We'll be right back shortly. Do join us again.
The only way to make our ladies or our female to be very productive is by making a good resource for them. Something like you establish a good business for them. Ask them, what exactly do you want to do, or what can you do? She will like, okay, this is what I can do. I want to be this, I want to be that. Then the only thing you do that, we make provision for that particular thing, so that they too can be earning money at the end of the day. They will not depend on anybody, they will depend on themselves, on what they earn.
To my own understanding, we need the government to provide more facilities, like building a maybe library or building all those departments in ABS, like mass communications, where they will go there and read and learn.
It starts from family, because family is a center of development, all right? So most likely we suggest that parents should buckle up in their training this girl child, because some of these children, they lack some of this good training, balanced training, okay? So because thinking about better future has to do with a lot of things, both their emotional aspects, their social aspects, their career aspects, all right, their physical aspects, and their spiritual development. So it's all about the training, the orientation they are getting from the family first, before they are now introduced to the society. I think that's where they should start from.
The best way to empower female child in the society is, number one, giving female child privileges to education, giving them educating them on their rights, giving them right to make decisions, and also participate in things concerning the society. So with this, I feel the society will be better for girls' child, and that's it.
There's a fundamental problem with the academic system we have in Nigeria. A lot of curriculum or curricula, I would say, just train students to finish from the university and then start looking for job. And had to inculcate courses that help students to, learn skills, both soft skills and vocation that they can do by themselves. Okay, if we have such things both in the secondary schools and universities, I think our girls will come out better equipped to look for jobs. I mean, to create jobs for others. Okay, and creation of vocational centers too is an advantage. I, for one, do not believe in excessive time spent within the classroom just teaching and teaching. I believe in allowing students to engage in practicals as well. We need to start early. When they finish from school, especially during the holidays, make out time for them to go and learn one or two things. So that by the time they get to the university, they already have something that will engage them, a problem that they will help to solve in the society. In that way, their mental ability improves. Okay.
2024 International Day of the Girl Child, Girls' Vision for the Future. That's the theme for this year. And we've gone out to feel the pulse of the masses. We had them speak so much, so passionately about the way to empower the girl child for the future. And we've been joined right now in the studio by a barrister Chukwudozie Ifora, member Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law Implementation Committee, Anambra State. Barrister, we are glad to have you join us in the studios of Good Morning, Anambra.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
You're welcome. Now, we've talked a lot, and in fact, our time is fast spent here. We'll be wrapping up. But let me quickly ask you, before the barrister comes in, the girls' vision for the future. What do you think about that theme for this year's celebration?
So the girl vision for the future boils down to our expectations, what we want to come out of the girl child in the nearest future.
Okay, what actually do you want?
What I want a future where every girl has the opportunity to speak up fluently, a future where the rights of the girl child will be adequately protected, a future where the girl child have access to leadership. Though that one has gradually been curbed, is in the process, because for me to be the speaker, it shows that equality has been imbibed and it's been followed. It's no longer like before. So I want a future where the girl child be treated exactly like the male boy child and the males. When we say that, it seems as though it has been defeated. But on the other hand, culture still causes a breach in that conclusion. How does this happen? There are many communities where when the father is lost in the family, the girl child can't inherit any of the father's property. And some even go as far as chasing the mother and the children just because she doesn't have a son. It still happens. Okay.
Thank God we have a barrister in the studio, and I know that has been signed into law, that there's female inheritance is now a law in Nigeria. Now, Barrister, before you are going to join that with the last question we have for us here. According to report, it is time to listen to girls, time to invest in proven solutions that will accelerate progress towards a future in which every girl can fulfill her potentials. Now, how best do we go about that? And you're going to tell us about this female inheritance, which we know is already a law in Nigeria. For the purpose of some communities that may not be aware that if anybody goes to court because you didn't share the inheritance to me because I'm a girl, you know, the person is actually right going to the court. So tell us all about it, Barrister.
Thank you for this question. The issue of girl child, boy child, male, female, has always been coming up. From a traditional time coming up to this time. Of course, he said about certain cultures and other things, which the law have said that many of those cultures that discriminate against women are repugnant. That's the way the law has seen it. And of course, they're repugnant and cannot stand. You understand? So, what actually is it? Our grand norm, which is constitution, if I start from there, because what's shaping society is the law. So as the society develops, law develops to be able to prevent and guard against certain things the society sees as not good, being good. So our grand norm constitution, all know even from our prohibits one of these fundamental rights, we say chapter 4, prohibits what we call discrimination, no matter based on religion, sex, or name what it is. So that is it was the judgment the law we are saying is the Supreme Court that gave many of those judgments based on that fundamental right of discrimination. They can't discriminate against any woman for any reason. Maybe he didn't have a boy child, or he didn't have or she's a girl, or she's married, any of those things. That discrimination, which the Supreme Court very much found at excessively. So the issue about it is speaking up. She said about speaking up. So when this issue comes up, people have to take it from there. But at times, some of these women accept it as, no, it's what I'm born with, it's what I'm meant to endure. So that's why the issue of even the parliament have to be follow up in some of these sensitizations. The government have done a lot in trying to, based on some of these discriminating things about women and the vulnerables. That's why the law has been on the extent of separating certain things, bringing things which we have in Anambra, VAP law, we know that. Even as per the child, we are talking of child girl child. Child rights, which actually outside the fundamental right constitution provided other rights too, additionally. To protect the girl child. Of course. No, it didn't really mention the girl child. Okay. But for what? But the child. But we know who are many people who actually this law are meant to protect are the vulnerables. Me and you know our society is women are the more vulnerable. Okay, now as it comes to the child, the girl child is more vulnerable. So when we talk of that law, which aspect of society does the law protect more? Is now the girl child. So the law went extend to all these that girl doesn't go to school, girl, if I hear people who say this marriage, early marriage, total, other norms and custom. You understand? Other norms and custom we have always been saying is custom. The law have gone ahead to prohibit all of them and give sanctions, give punishment. The early marriage, the law sees it that it's an offense, and not actually even the children that committed it. The parents that didn't do that, those children to marriage, they have to be punished.
And nobody has really served terms to serve as deterrent to that's why it is still thriving in that community.
So if people now comes up and the law and one person comes up or any your parliament or any NGO or any people who say no, this is offensive, any societal organization or any governmental organization will come up and say no.
They can take it up.
To prove this law is working.
Okay.
It serves a deterrent. Why punishment is in the law is to work, to serve a deterrent.
All right, quickly, Barrister, because our time is fast spent. She said something about seeing a future where the right of every girl child is protected. So I would like you to let us know how best to protect the rights of every girl child.
Of course, I will still say that even the rights of the girl child are already protected by all these laws which we already say that in existence. Understand? If you see in the political scene, there's nothing in, politically now that women are not involved. Of course, the child grew from the child to what? To now the woman. So that protection, there's no way, even if, I'm talking now, even if you go to schools, early, girls doesn't go to school. That's what we have in other cultures. In many of the schools, even where girls are the majority.
So the problem is access.
It's access.
Access
yes.
to the law.
The access to the law. What they have access and know this law protects them. How do I now make sure?
All right, you can speak to the people watching us. You know, tell them how to access that these laws are there. They should. This is how they can access it quickly before we wrap up.
Yes, these laws are there, and the way to access it is to open up, as you have said. And many of the government organizations, the institutions, there is some of these institutions have been going around, including his parliament. VAP committee has been moving around. The ASTRI committee, for which I'm still a member there, have been going around sensitizing. Sensitizing has been on for so long. And any of these breaches, there are courts there. Even the family courts are there. Is the ASTRI and the laws, those laws establish all these things to separate, to make this access to the justice of child and child to be easier to them, not going to a normal court.
All right.
And seek it closer where is only women are involved.
I would want to add one thing.
Okay.
One of the things that the Children's Parliament have taken up as an assignment to do is to give out contact numbers that these people who are going through abuse can report to. Okay. Can you call the numbers? Of course I can. All right, go ahead. So to the audience that are listening, any form of abuse, you can report to 090 171 28734. I'll call it again. 090 171 28734. So whenever you have any form of abuse, just call. There are various stakeholders that I'm sure of ASQUIC. ROLAC have been helping seriously. Okay. So these people can actually assist. Just call. All right. 2024 International Day of the Girl Child. Let's not forget that these girls are abused to an extent, and you have to know that there are laws backing them. In case you're still indulging in some of these things, early marriage is a crime and against humanity. And if you are found culpable, you will go in for it. These are the things that Barrister here has helped us to understand. And this female inheritance, please, let's all put hands together to see that the future of our girl children are properly secured. And I would like to thank in no small measure Barrister Chukwudozie Ifora, member Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law Implementation Committee, VAPLAC, Anambra State. Thank you so much for coming. So you're late. Thank you so much. Would like to thank you, Right Honorable Victory Ekunife, Speaker, Children's Parliament, Anambra State. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. And we thank Mrs. Yukiri Anekwe, a civil society activist that have left the stage. And on behalf of all of us, we thank you so much for watching, and let's keep our fingers crossed. Let our society be better for it tomorrow. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. It's a goodbye, and have a wonderful weekend from us.